Mr. Speaker, you know, a wise woman once said the problem with socialism is you run out of other people's money. And along came the New Zealand Labor Party, and they proved her correct for only $100 billion. And, Mr. Speaker, you shouldn't joke about it, but the way this country has been left by the Labor Party, if you didn't make the odd joke, you'd cry. Mr. Speaker, even Chris Hipkins is now telling New Zealanders that the country's in an awful state. Well, we know that, Chris Hipkins. We watched you do it. The problem was you didn't know it, and if you had, we'd all be a lot better off. Mr. Speaker, I want to talk to the people who believe in building a country where your efforts can make a difference. Those people who get up early and take their kids to school with lunch, hoping that they too will learn valuable things so they can make a difference in their life. The people who wake up and they buy a property and they get it ready to rent out to another person to live. Mutually beneficial, win-win, cast as villains by the previous government. Those people who work out on the land get up even earlier to milk cows, feed the world and make an honest buck, making a difference in their own lives and the lives of their communities. Those New Zealanders who take a chance, going from a steady paycheck to starting their own business, taking that risk so they can pay someone else's paycheck, villainised for too long as they try and build a country where New Zealanders can make a difference in their own lives. And for too long, those people have rightfully asked, who is this government working for? That's what they're asking all through the last 2 terms of Labor. Who is this government working for, they asked themselves. And they got a sense they're not working for people who work themselves. They're working for anybody but. That is the great shame that has sapped the joy and the potential of this country. A government that was out of touch, out of ideas and out of other people's money. And that's why I'm proud to be here as the leader of ACT, as part of a coalition government that is committed to the values that people have a right to make a difference in their own lives. I watched Brooke van Velden, our Minister of Workplace Relations, who says we're going to make it easier for one New Zealander to offer another New Zealander a job, as if it's a positive and beautiful thing to cooperate and create wealth, not something where one party to the contract needs to be treated as a villain who's always kind of up to something, as we saw for too long with employers being beaten up on by the government. I see Nicole McKee as the Minister for Courts, trying to make sure that our courts are unclogged so that when you're a victim of a crime and the police come, the justice system can actually process them and lock them up so that you can feel that your hard-won assets and earnings won't be taken from you in a country where there is no justice. Because there's no point making a difference in your own life if thugs and bullies just take it off you. That's what Nicole McKee is doing, and a government committed to justice for a change. And I watch Andrew Hoggard standing up for rural New Zealand, for too long maligned for the simple crime of trying to make an honest buck, care for their land and their people and their stock, and get valuable export receipts for this country. He's making sure the freshwater rules and the on-farm management is fixed up to be more realistic and respect the fact that farmers actually want to look after their land. They're not trying to destroy their own livelihood. And the people who suggested for too long that they're that stupid have been insulting and frankly ignorant of how rural New Zealand actually works. And then I watch Karen Chua bringing legislation to Parliament very soon that will say, you know what, if you're a kid who's been abused, we're going to help you and we're going to put you at the centre of the system. We're not going to racially profile you and put you back in a dangerous environment because we think your colour is more important than your essential dignity as a human being. All the while, Simon Court works to design a new resource management law that means the next generation will have a shot, if they do the right thing and make a difference in their own lives, of actually owning a part of this great country themselves, because it will be easier to build a home. And that is the hope, Mr. Speaker, that those Kiwis who want to make a difference in their own lives day by day actually have a government that is working for people who work, that is making this country once again a place we can all be proud to be part of, regardless of who we are or what our background may be. Thank you, Mr Speaker.
The Honourable Priyanka Radhakrishnan.